Everybody, it's Victor. It's time for another Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentant series. Happy Sunday, Mosh Pit. I hope your weekends were awesome and your Sundays are going off to a fantastic start. Don't forget about the nomination form down below in the YouTube information box. We still have plenty of time. I'm going to let another week go by, and then I'm going to close the nomination form on next Sunday. So make sure, if you've not already cast your vote for the worst run of the Repentance era, to nominate it for the next life streak goal for the redo, then please go do so. It doesn't take very long. And also, if you just want to support my channel, then click the like button. It's the best way to do so. Here's your meme / picture of the day, sent in by Wreck-It Ralph 90. Title of the thread was "Cheers to an early weekend." And then in the thread, they also said, "New outdoor movie setup, breaking it in with a Sinvicta run," and just cheersing it. I absolutely love this. That looks like that's like a summer evening paradise there. You get yourself a pool, and it's a party. Thank you very much, Wreck-It Ralph. I'm honored to break in the new projector setup. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Hope we have a good start. X-Ray Echo Romeo 29A4. Well, we got Lost Fly, or not Lost Fly, but Friend Zone, or whichever one. I don't know which one it is, man. The flies always. What is it? It is Friend Zone. Okay. It's a good orbital. It doesn't really have any downsides, and plus it also contributes towards the Beelzebub transformation, so I'm definitely for it. I'm just gonna take it. I don't feel like coming all the way back here. We haven't made boss rush in forever, man. Also starting with Doctor's Remote, and also starting with Hollow Heart, which is a very good trinket that we've seen really come up with some big time plays lately anyway. Giving ourselves that extra little boost of HP every single floor. As long as we have a way to fill the Bone Heart, we are sitting pretty. We end up getting Bomb Bag as well. Bomb Bag is a item that will drop a bomb every now and then, but usually has a pretty high tendency to give you a Troll Bomb. Tears rate is definitely above average. Same thing goes for our damage. Happy about that. Shot speed could be a little bit higher, but it's not the worst thing of all time. You're going to see me use the Lost Fly orbital right meow. Go. No reason to really sit here and fight with these boys, because we just let Lost Fly just do the jobs for us. I am going to use Doctor's Remote to look for a secret room. Wasn't there though. No, I will not be jebaited and played once again by the Crooked Penny. It's done. If you recall, in that last greed run that we actually had the Crooked Penny, I said, you're done for the rest of the year. You're done. I mean it. Absolutely mean it. There's no reason, no scenario where I'd take the Crooked Penny. Unless we have the Glowing Hourglass. 3 of these pills.
Bad trip.
Yeah. So what have we learned, everybody? Don't take pills. Literally the worst thing you could do. And there goes our Soul Heart. So we just lost 2 Soul Hearts thanks to a bad trip pill and a random Eternal Fly. And we're right back to square one. All right. I mean, look, it has to be said. Pills are awful. They are legitimately, categorically, scientifically proven to be bad. Yes, you might get a good pill every now and then. You want to take pills? Hey, more power to you. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be happy with my 1 Soul Heart and not have to worry about my Bone Heart or Devil Deal on this floor. So you can go ahead and enjoy your bad trip and your occasional speed up. I'm going to be over here with our sensible people and not take pills. We do get Cat of Nine Tails, of course. It does give us a damage upgrade and shot speed, which is now nice. And just looking for a red heart so we don't lose this Bone Heart. We also got Lazarus's Rag, so if we really wanted to turn into Lazarus, we could. I don't really see any huge benefit to doing so, though. Secret Room might be here. It is not. Golden Heart, or the Golden Key is at least going to allow us to go into the shop, though. So let's go check this out. We basically paid a bomb to get in here. I do want the mystery gift. If we can swing it here, I would like to get the mystery gift. Do not buy that Soul Heart. I will choke slam you through the screen, Isaac. You won't even get a by God. So we are going to be able to get. Oh my goodness, we are going to be able to get. We don't want adoption papers. We will be able to buy the Soul Heart in here, but more importantly, I want the mystery gift. And the reason why I want the mystery gift is because we can use it in our Devil Deal here. and take a W item for free without having to get the W precedent if we don't want that. Or we can elect to go into the secret room and get a guaranteed secret room item. But I think for early on, you probably want to use the mystery gift for devil deal purposes and not really a secret room purpose, in my opinion anyway. Of course, we had yesterday's super highly educational episode, which I wasn't sure how people I'm not sure how they were going to respond to it. But I'm glad that some people got some good use out of it. I try to be informative as much as possible without getting too preachy. There's no reason for us to fill the bone heart, but I'm going to anyway. I will take the safety pin for range and movement or shot speed, and then we're also going to get dead cat, which I am going to take. I think now is a good time to use the mystery gift, and we get a second guppy item. Oh baby. Now that's what I'm talking about right there. Now we could just full send it and go into. This gives us an HP upgrade as well. I'm gonna do that. We could full send it and go into the sack room with 9 lives, but I think it's a little bit of a waste. Oh, man, how perfect would that have been if we actually had gotten Guppy on one floor? And we might as well go finish the boss fight here. Boss fight? Floor fight. We've already finished the boss fight. Apparently my eyes are colorblind now. I can't see white, apparently. There is just no excuse. There's no discernible good excuse to ever take damage against the Eternal Fly. There's nothing that you can do or say that will convince me otherwise. I mean, fragmented card is nice. Having yourself an extra secret room is per 4 is very good, but it's not an HP upgrade like the Bone Heart is, especially with us taking 9 lives. I'm going to politely decline taking that, and I will stick with the Bone Hearts, because they will they provide you with not only HP but also with currency for devil deals, so they count as an HP upgrade. No reason to get rid of them here. We will head on to Zound. Okay. Bone Heart gets filled. Want the bomb instead of the key, so this is fine. Excuse you. Thank you. Room is hell. Room is hell, especially if you don't have flying or you don't have good damage. And our damage is good, don't get me wrong. Our tears rate is it's not. I mean, it's better than base. It's better than base Isaac stats by a little bit, and that's fine. But we need a little bit more, just a little bit more to bring out the oomph factor. My favorite Oompa Loompa dubstep band, by the way. Dumbest thing I've said in a while. Man. Okay, I'm taking Eternal Heart for show. Unfortunately, for some odd reason, I thought we still had a half soul heart, so I shouldn't have taken that Eternal Heart yet. The dumb thing about Bone Hearts is that they put the Eternal Heart on the front of the Bone Heart. So if we get hit once, it's gone. Just a giant waste of an HP upgrade. A guaranteed HP upgrade at that. Great block by Guppy's Hairball there. Good lord. Saving our Eternal Heart. We can't squander this opportunity. Open up the Yave here. We get one more key, so we might as well go finish off all 4, and we get a damage upgrade and a rune, which is going to be a blank rune. Ansas? Oh, it is Ansas. Wow. I thought that turned out to be an Awaz. No, Ansas. Look at us. Look at us making the calls. Money's great. I'm going to hold on to this key here so we can go bomb our way into the item room and then... Sticky bombs are very bad. So we squandered the amazing save of the Eternal Heart that Guppy's Hairball did by walking into a fire. And we should go into the curse room, especially with us being only one away from Guppy. Let's see if we actually get a double deal here. I'm not expecting one. Look at the size of that freaking hairball, dude. We got like a Honda Civic following us. See bomb bag. That's why you're not invited to parties. Okay. You can't operate under the guise of, oh, we're gonna help you, give you pickups. Oh, by the way, troll bomb. Can't be like, hey, bro, come over here. I'm gonna help you. I know you need this. I know you need this. I got you. Then all of a sudden be like, think fast, and then punch him right in the face. That's not gonna win you any favors. Not with me anyway. And we get pestilence. We have I mean, thank goodness we got an actual item from somewhere here, because obviously orbital is not what we're looking for, especially when we're in desperate need of getting a tears upgrade or movement speed upgrade or really anything than an orbital. That would have been totally fine. We do need to go, and there's no good excuse for us not to go in the curse room. As much as I want to be lazy and just head on down, I'm not going to do that. I do want to, though. I do want to be lazy, but there's a time for laziness and there's a time for not. This is definitely not one of those times, because if we can get Guppy, then the world opens up a world of possibilities. Doesn't make any sense, but I'll say it anyway, and I'm sticking with it because there's no second takes here. It's all one take. Blood puppy, which is blood bad. Okay, so it wasn't worth it. We did get a golden heart, so if we do happen to need some money, we've got at least a little bit of an avenue of doing so. We've already seen the entire map thanks to us having the blank rune Ansa's rune combo. So yeah, hopefully we get some movement speed. We want Guppy. Any of those things happen on the next floor, and I'm going to be happy. All right, starting off against two big rooms here. How do we manage to blow up that bomb on the exact only spot that it could have spawned a grub? That's not even like something I was trying to do. I was trying to just maximize the amount of bomb flies we were taking out. We only have taken... Not only did we not take out multiple ones, we also just made it easy for the game. Just be like, oh, well, here's another bomb for you. Can't go in the curse room right now because we don't want to lose this bone heart if at all possible. There you go. Shoop da whoop. Shoop da whoop is infinitely better than Dr. Remote, although I do like Dr. Remote. Giving us a free bomb every now and then is good. That's something stuck in my eye. I think it's an eyelash. Does anyone else ever do the thing where if you know that you have an eyelash in your eye, like you just like kind of like do a very very light pull on the on your eyelashes to see if like there's a loose one there? I'm not saying like pull it hard. I'm just saying, you know, I like to make sure that I've got nothing stuck in my eye. Very upset that we ended up losing this bone heart here. Though we did get a cardio coin and some moolah. Gotta be careful of the moves here. That was basically a free shot, so Demon Judgment's definitely a possibility. Again, with us being on only one away from Guppy already, it's worth it. It's worth to take the risk. I can use Super Whoop here because we have a skinning room coming up. Ooh. Okay. On bag. You know, I would say that I'm praising you for doing your job here, but I shouldn't have to do that. You don't get praise for doing something that you were supposed to be doing. You know? Now, if you do that something that you're supposed to be doing well, then hey, I'll give you all the praise you need. But I'm not just gonna celebrate you because you're doing the very bare minimum basics to qualify for whatever position you were hired for here. Okay, you don't win points for me for just doing what you're supposed to do. You need hustle, son. More options gonna give us 2 item room items, and also school bag allows us to take not 1 but 2 spacebar items. I could go back and go get Doctor's Remote, but I'm probably not going to. The Tech Zero is fine if we end up getting an associated piercing shot with it. Some kind of proxy shot with like a follower. But for the most part, it's Tech Zero. I mean, Tech Zero is great. It's great. Don't get me wrong. It's just made even greater by having yourself at least a little bit. Some form of piercing is good. You're seeing the constant damage that we're getting here from Lost Fly or Friend Zone. You get a Tears Rate upgrade. Thank God for that. And we get a mark, which is going to give us a movement speed upgrade. We don't care about Ghost Baby, although that would give us a pivot point for our Tech Zero shots. I'm still not going to do it just because we just don't need it. I'd rather get something else. Now, if we needed some kind of shot to anchor our tiers to with Tech Zero, then if it was something that we just needed, then I would use a HP upgrade to get Ghost Baby, but it's not something, in my opinion, that's important enough to really do that with and to lose a permanent HP upgrade when we can just simply get another follower. I'm going to go into the curse room here because it's basically almost free. And, yep. So a non-devil deal awaits us. So we want to make sure that we miss this devil deal, so we can boost our chances to get a devil deal on the next floor. Nice. And Bomb Bag, you are done. That's it. Say goodbye to 2024. This is it right here. Hope you're happy. You and the Crooked Penny can just go have fun on a permanent vacation for this year. We're giving you the rest of the year off. You are done. Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. Thank you for illustrating my point. Not only did we get a Mega Troll Bomb spawned on us, but then we also lost another HP because of it. So that wins you. Not only does that win you 0 friends, it actually wins you minus friends. You know what? You can keep that bomb. Done with you. Shoop to Whoop clearing out everything, which is great. I will take the counterfeit penny if there is one, just temporarily. This Hollow Heart's great, and I'm going to stay with it, but If we can get a little bit of extra money with the counterfeit penny, then there's no reason not to. Deadeye, of course, is a very strong item. One of my favorites. Not only does it give you like one of the coolest tier effects to see when it glows red and stuff, but also it's just a genuinely amazing. We don't leave Hollow Heart behind here because apparently we are destined to just get all kinds of bad damage today. I'm gonna go back and go get the Hollow Heart. We're just gonna leave. We do have a free entry into the shop, so I guess if the shop's over here, I'll check it out. But fully expecting a greed run or greed fight at this point. Yeah, okay. I'm glad I came over here because obviously the 4.5 volt and Shoop to Whoop is huge, especially with us having Deadeye augmenting our damage. It can be quite the powerhouse combo. So I will suppress my rage for one room. The unknown, that's fine. Lots of full charges over here. So the 4.5 volt will give you a charge based on how much damage you've done. So we no longer gain charges of our spacebar item by simply clearing rooms. It now goes off of our damage, essentially. So I have a chance for boss rush here, which is something I definitely want. Chemical peel, I mean, it's something. And we have 1 minute to get to Mom, and we actually find Mom. Wow. Okay, so if we can get boss rush, this could be huge. Potentially huge here. We'll come back and get Hollow Heart because we need to go in the shop anyway. So Blue Mom's a little bit annoying. I'm hoping that we get a charge on Shoop to Whoop. We do. Already got one charge back from Shoop. Thanks to the 4.5 volt. 19 minutes and 20 seconds. We only have 40 seconds left. Here we go. And go check out the Also, I totally didn't mean to take the Polaroid at this point. I meant to take the negative because we got 9 lives. We're 1 away from Guppy. We didn't get Guppy, but we did get a whole butt ton of damage here and Brimstone. This is just not. I mean, I'm not taking Almond Milk. It's so bad. I guess I'll be able to take Mr. Mega. I almost want to give myself the negative and remove the Polaroid because I legitimately meant to take the negative here. Too busy worried about the time to pay attention there. It's almost out of reflex at this point. I won't do it. I'll just let it be. That would be a good question though. Question of the episode for you all because we don't have one from last week. How would you feel about that in this scenario where it was a legitimately honest mistake that I took the Polaroid instead of taking the negative? Because obviously, I mean, we're gonna crush this run, especially now. How would you feel about me removing, like basically doing this? I'd say remove Polaroid, and then I would give myself the negative. I would do that. I didn't enter the commands, but I'm showing you what I would do. If it's like obviously a legitimate oopsie, if I wasn't paying attention or I just spaced out or whatever. You know, I've talked about this earlier. I think it was 2 weeks ago, where there's a scenario where I could not find the secret room, and I was like, I just want to see where it is, and we would spawn in blue map. And people seem to not care too much, but that's a little bit of a different class of consoling than what I'm talking about, because I've already made a permanent choice in this run. So, and I know it's not that huge of a deal, but you'd be surprised how worked up some people get over this type of thing. They're like, oh, it's the sanctity of Isaac. It has to be. You can't. I'm curious. I'm curious if that would sully your opinion of a run if I decided to undo an oopsie with a negative or Polaroid. And to be clear, I'm talking about just simply not giving myself something that was not going to be available to me or anything like that. Just giving myself just a correction, or like, you know, hey, I want to see where the secret room was, and give myself blue map for a second, but not take advantage of that, obviously. Yeah, it's a good conversation topic. But for now, I will let it be, and we'll just go up to the chest and just absolutely wreck Isaac and Blue Baby along the way. And of course, I'm going to take Hollow Heart because I want more HP. Had a very fun time playing it's a new game to me, but apparently it's been around for a little while, called Clank. It's like an online deck builder board game. I was playing it with Ryan and Justin and Apollo on Friday, and it was a lot of fun. You know, I think that going back to the early days when Ryan, and ironically the first time I ever met Ryan, some of you may know this, is when we were doing it wasn't sponsored, but it was almost sponsored for a thing with TB. It was myself, Total Biscuit, Northern Lion, and Mathis, who got me in touch with Ryan during a game called Space Food Truck, which is a deck builder roguelite essentially, and you are working together. Well, in Clank, you all are not. You're not working together. You're working against each other. So that was a little bit of a different dynamic, but it was very fun though. Apparently that game's been around for a while. It's been a physical board game, and they've had multiple adaptations of it, but the same premise is there, and it was good. It's a fun time. A 4-player co-op, up to 4-player co-op digital board game. I'm down with digital stuff because you don't have to worry about losing pieces or shuffling or anything like that. That's the worst thing, or at least my least favorite thing about playing Lorcana, for example, is just the shuffling, having to redo it over and over again. And really, that's what kind of annoyed me about Pokemon as well. When I do play Pokemon every now and then, is having to like constantly shuffle over and over and over and over again. It might be because I'm just not very efficient with it. I've been practicing my mash shuffling. It's a very difficult sentence to say. As in M-A-S-H, mash shuffling. For Lorcana, and I've gotten better, but I'm still definitely not nearly as fast as even like amateur players out there. I mean, there's a guy at the local card shop who does riffle shuffling with his cards, and I'm like, man, brother, you're playing with like foils and like legendaries in there. You're riffle shuffling, like you've got way more stones than I do, because I would not do that. And if I see someone riffle shuffling like Magic cards or Pokemon or Lorcana or anything like that, I'm not giving you my deck to shuffle. You can riffle your own cards, but not mine. And I know that there's definitely ways that you can do it safely without damaging the cards. I just wish that I was like able to shuffle better, because I can riffle shuffle with the best of them when it comes to like poker cards and stuff and playing cards. The trading cards, I don't know about that. And this is inside of sleeves too, which is even more impressive. 8 lives. But back on the subject at hand, the reason why I dislike my biggest thing that I dislike about Magic and dislike about Pokemon and even Four Souls is the fact of the whole shuffle process. And in Lorcana, you do get a mulligan, and then you have, it's called altering, and then you have to shuffle your deck. Obviously, it's like, no, I just want to get the game started. Can we get the game started? And it's like, no, I got to shuffle 7 times before we can do that. It is worth it for us to go into the curse room here, especially with this being our last Devil Deal item that didn't Devil Deal that did not yield a Guppy item. So it's one last hurrah here for Guppy. Give us some Guppy Stone on the way out. Our movement speed wasn't even fast enough for me to walk out of the room, so sad face all around. My favorite Silverchair album. Well, head on up. Head on up. Silverchair. My claim to fame, Silverchair, was always I've told this story before. Was always during the MySpace era. Who remembers that? When we're just little toddlers back in those days. Was that I was looking for Silverchair on MySpace. And I actually found a page that looked like them, like it looked official and stuff, but I wasn't sure because it wasn't done yet. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna add them. And in those days, whenever you would add someone to your friends and they added you, I think if you didn't have enough friends, you just automatically got put on like the top 5 friends or whatever. And it was a very coveted position for lots of people who cared about social media back in those days, which I never did. But ironically, this is about that because I added this. I was the first person to add the official Silverchair MySpace account to their account, like personal account. And because I did that, it allowed me to be on Silverchair's top 8 or top 5 friends. I think it's top 8. The top 8. And for whatever reason, it turned out that was actually the official. At the time, I didn't know. It looked official, but it wasn't done yet. But eventually, they did actually turn that into the official Silverchair MySpace page, and they left me on the top 8. So I would get constantly up. I would get so many messages from people being like, "Dude, who are you? Are you a replacement drummer, or like, who are you? Are you friends with so and so?" I would get messages constantly from people asking, "How did I get into the top 8 of Silverchair's MySpace friends?" And I'm just like, I just added them. I added them, and I was the first person to ever do that. So they just, I guess their social media team, if they even had teams back then, was they're just being generous. They did eventually take me off though, which I was like, yeah, this is probably for the best. This whole social media thing is not going to go anywhere anyway, I'm sure. Just waiting for the red blorb here. Mr. Mega should be able to pop all these blue fires and looking for a soul heart. By the way, we've taken way too much damage here in this floor. Way too much damage. Unacceptable levels. You're lucky you caught me monologuing about Silverchair here, game. Super secret room should be here. Now, what's nice about Maw of the Void and Brimstone is that we have a constant source of damage, which we can then pump into our spacebar item, Shoop-da-Whoop, which also gives itself a little bit of a perpetual energy charge, courtesy of the 4.5 volt. So we have just plenty of ways to recharge Shoop-da-Whoop, which just allows us to do more damage, which allows us to fire more Shoop-da-Whoop, which causes more damage, and it's just which then starts feeding energy by way of the 4.5 volt to our active item. So it's a good loop of spacebar goodness. Oh, that little fake shot. we need a gold bomb. And Curse of the Blind. This is where Shoop really shines on enemies that just stack on top of each other. And a mushroom is going to kill our movement speed, but it does give us a little bit of damage. Don't really need damage though, but it is nice to have. And not let Cage bounce off the walls and do that. So you're seeing here it's an almost infinite loop of Shoop, which is definitely what I ended up calling this episode for sure. Okay. Yeah, that movement speed down really, really, really hurting us here. Taking entirely too much damage. It's just brimstone after brimstone after Shoop. So, as always, the 2 Guppy item curse remains strong here. If you would have said, I'm going to give you 2 Guppy items before your first Devil Deal and you're not going to get Guppy for the remainder of the run, I would definitely believe you. That is a just fact, a proven fact. Bomb bag, yeah, you're done. I'm not joking. You are done. The only way that you ever see me take bomb bag for the rest of this year is if we ended up re-rolling into it. So get it all out while you can, bomb bag, because this is your last hurrah here, son. I don't appreciate all these mega troll bombs you're trying to hit us with. Try to catch the leaper there with friend zone. I don't know how we beat that one behind this one, but not sure how that works out. Lost Fly. There's Lost Fly. Lost Fly is going to taunt enemies and deal damage to them, contact damage. But as with any taunt in the game, it's a little erratic. Whenever we're talking about whenever its aggro drops, that's the biggest thing. Is you cannot rely upon a taunt to work all the time when you're expecting it. Apparently we were one off there. We don't care about the burnt penny. Again, this was our last hurrah right here for Guppy, and it's just not going to happen. I guess we could play the Judgment, maybe get a full heal, then play the Demon Judgment some more. Yeah, I'm going to give you one more payout. You're not going to like what happens if you don't give me something. Look, I'm tough but fair. I give you something, then I expect to get what I pay for. I give you money, I expect to get some kind of passive HP upgrade or mapping or something. Not just nothing here. Gotta be careful of the taunt here from Blue Baby. After Lost Fly, then immediately switching back to us, and there we go. Down goes Blue Baby. So it was a brimstone-y goodness. I definitely like the idea of the infinite The Infinite Loop of Shoop. Now that's a band name right there for you. So thank you for watching, everyone. Have a great start to your Sundays and brand new week here in the Mosh Pit. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you're clicking the like button. Don't forget about the nomination form in the YouTube description box. And thank you to those of you who've cast your nomination for the worst run of the Repentance era thus far, up for the redo on the like streak goal. And thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. As always, I will see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like, thanks to pages of mine like Michael McMaster, Fred, and Caitlin Bennett. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta.